We just got to bring this up with Eric Fisher. It's not making headlines like the Tebow thing, but I got to shed some light on it because you guys are Eagles fans. You guys seen the Carson Wentz fiasco that happened this offseason. And even bigger than Carson Wentz, I did want to hit on a couple points of why I think Eric Fisher's impact with the Colts is only going to add more to their success and make them a Super Bowl contender that people are not really talking about. They're definitely, I'd be very surprised if they don't win the AFC South this year with how stacked that team is. Even with a backup quarterback. That might be controversial to say, but if a backup quarterback comes in, I mean, your boy Don is out there. And he's just marinating. But Eric Fisher, what are you guys' thoughts on this? What's some hot takes that you're going to make from this big signing? We'll go ahead and start with you, Rob.
I mean, they got him at a good price because, it really put, obviously you saw what it did to Kansas City when he was out the game before the Super Bowl. Like, they look like a totally like a shell of their team when he wasn't there protecting. It was. He's clearly an impact tackle. He's a great player. It's just a matter of whether or not, how good he is when he comes back, because the Achilles could be either way. I mean, and as an Eagles fan, we've seen, Brandon Brooks came back in record time, and nobody thought he was going to make it, and he came back and looked 100% until he got, re-injured. He came back and was the best guard in the league again. So you could see it. I mean, Eric Fisher's been in the league, this is going into year 9 for him. So he's not too old, but he's getting up there, but in record time, and nobody thought prove it deal. They're not going to ink him to a long-term deal. I think if he's healthy, this is going to be great for Carson and the Colts. Absolutely.
Yeah. I see, when I saw this signing, I was like, if this dude is healthy, not only are you helping Carson's case, you're going to be lined up next to the best offensive lineman out there in Quentin Nelson. So not only are you going to be motivated by somebody like him, you're going to have a great supporting cast of running backs as well.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Marlon Mack, Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
And Nyheim Hines.
Yep.
It's going to be pretty crazy to watch them do some work this year, especially if he's healthy. Now, he's not fully there yet. He's still got this injury, so they're banking on him to recover on this pretty fast.
Yeah, they say he'll be back mid-August. So, I mean, they're projecting him to start the season. So, and we'll see.
Yeah. I honestly think that whole situation for the first and second round pick fiasco with Carson Wentz, again, I will harp on this fact. If Carson Wentz fails, this is even more reason why this is going to be his fault.
It's his fault. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Chris Ballard probably has to be up there, one of the top GMs with what he's done with that team. Imagine if Andrew Luck had Chris Ballard 2 years earlier before his injury. Just 2 years earlier. How much Andrew Luck would be. We were already saying it when he was in the league. One of the best receiver or one of the best quarterbacks out there. Now with these type of moves like this, it's just kind of solidifying why Chris Ballard is the man. You hate to see it, right? You hate to see it this late. Couple notes I got for you guys. He's going to support the run game well. He doesn't get enough credit for. Remember, he was a left tackle when he used to play at Central Michigan. They wanted him to play right tackle when he got into the league. Andy Reid came in, transferred him back to left tackle. Remember, he's had people like what's his name?
John Runyon.
John Runyon. What was the running back before Kareem Hunt? His last name was Charles. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? He was a beast. Guess who was his left tackle? Eric Fisher. Kareem
Jamal
Hunt.
Charles.
Huh?
Jamal Charles.
There you go. Then you had Kareem Hunt that came in. Guess who was the left tackle? Eric Fisher. The
Yeah.
first major injury that this guy has had, he gets released. And it just so happened to be a freak accident and playing against the Bills this postseason.
Right.
It's just bad luck. He is very high risk, high reward at this point because you're worried about that injury. He's 30 years old. Another thing, when you start getting older, injuries start to catch up with you a little bit more. It's harder to recover from.
Exactly.
He made 2 Pro Bowls in 7 years. He's a Super Bowl champion. And in 2013, he was the first overall pick.
Number 1. That's right.
Out of the MAC. Shout out to our boy Nelson. Out of the MAC. So, with that being said, Eric Fisher's impact, if he's healthy, is going to be major.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
He's still regarded as one of the best left tackles in the league.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
it's not like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say he's also going to be a leader on that team, even for
Yeah.
people like Quentin Nelson, who's
Sure.
only in, I think it's his 4th or 5th year.
Right.
He's still going to be a leader for him. He saw stuff that Quentin Nelson hasn't seen yet.
True. Yeah, basically, this was just a terrible injury. He had played in 113 out of 117 games before that. So it's not like he was injury prone. But if he's healthy, like you said, Carson has no excuse. And what a job he can do on that offensive line for not only the quarterback, but the running backs. Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
I think a lot of Carson Wentz fans are looking forward to it as well.
Keep him upright.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. Like this is one of those things where if he fails, it's his own fault, especially if Eric Fisher comes back healthy. Like,
yep,
all the odds. It puts even more pressure on Carson, right? At the end of the day, I mean, you're bringing in another weapon to help protect you. This is putting a lot of pressure on Carson. I hope he's not his own worst enemy at the end of the day, guys. But
yeah, exactly.
Any final thoughts on Eric Fisher's impact? Like I said, I don't think he was getting enough coverage and what he actually deserved.
Absolutely.
Because
there's no doubting his ability.
No, not at all.
Yeah.